Alrighty, welcome back to Trailmakers, and today I had an idea for a contraption. So, I was thinking, they added the energy swords, right? And, you know, those, like, trap shooter sort of things? What if I did something like that, but made it so it threw a thing of energy blades that would, like, spin through the air and float through the air to its target? And so that's gonna be the goal of today. But first we need a valid throwing mechanism, which to put it simply is going to be quite the pain to make, I'd assume. But we struggle through that pain, so I forgot to set the color back to normal, or set as default. Though I do like that feature. Think a base like that? No. I think maybe for longer. There we go. Has to look symmetrical too. If it doesn't look symmetrical, I don't want it. Anyway, so we place our seat down. I think we just place it at the back, right there. Then some sort of mounting point in the middle. So I think we just build it up like this, I suppose. So yeah, so pretty much this is where the center of the contraption is going to be. Then the arm's going to swing around, and it's going to hopefully throw it in a straight direction. I guess there are several versions of this I could do. One where it like shoots it like a or it shoots it like a crossbow or something like that, or a bow. But yeah, that seems like a bit too much work, and just making a swingy, throwy thing is so much more easy and less time consuming, I'd say. Now we want a rotating servo. There we go. We want this to be the opposite, so we're gonna flip the speed around to -1. Then for the throw, we're gonna have it at R1. Okay, so now we have this. We have our sort of oh, actually no, wait. Let's change this a little bit. It needs to be a little it needs to be a little higher up. I had an idea. Because we obviously don't want to throw in like one straight direction, like otherwise that would be very limiting. So what we are going to do is make it so we can angle it up and down. So up, down. Then the angle, I think we reduce it to a good 15 degrees. How does that look? Yeah, I think that should actually, maybe we increase to 20. Also, not the dampening. We keep the dampening the same, but we lower the speed a bit because we don't want it to, you know, bug out on us. So, make it symmetrical. Oh, I love the noise those joints make. Wow, okay. Man, they really... Man, I love the noise that those joints make. Okay, never mind. Now that we have the... Now we need to work out the swingy, throwy-ness of it. So, well, also the projectile. So the idea... Well, actually, first we need to test what happens if we, you know, if we have a bunch of, you know, we need to actually test if my, like, throwing thing is gonna work. My actual projectile throwing star sort of situation. So let's go, where are helicopter engines? I think they're only in flight, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. we're gonna have this. We're gonna put some... Let's actually build up a base for this. Just so... There we go. Now we want some detachable blocks. So I think the main challenge here is gonna be keeping the projectile upright. I suppose I could do it so it has small helicopter, like the smallest helicopter blades on the bottom. That way the blade itself is on the outside. Oh wait, but when it detaches... Okay, so I'm gonna need a NOR gate, I'm pretty sure. Because otherwise, whenever I throw it, it's just gonna, you know... It's just gonna stop. It's gonna stop spinning, and we don't want that. Where are... Okay, please stop making that noise. Jeez. That was about to get really old. Really. What do we want to use? Honestly, I love how these swords look. Oh, but imagine, like... Oh, no, we're definitely going with it. Oh, like, that's not even... Is that even a question I have to ask? This just looks cooler. I mean, look at... Okay, okay. I twisted my own arm there. Okay, we're doing this now. I suppose we would need... So for this to work, I suppose we would need... Actually, the helicopter engines should just automatically stabilize it from rotational force, right? That's a thing in this game, right? Right? NOR logic gate. Because that will set these to always active. Then we need... Well, we need this one to be -5 then. Okay, then we grab our... Wait, no, wouldn't that just make this thing go? Actually, let's test it without. Okay, so... Okay. Test 1. 3, 2, 1. That's what I thought would happen. Though it does work. You can see the concept. Now we just need... I'm assuming it'll just stay stable in air, because it's not gonna be... Actually, do I want it like this? Oh, wait. No, wait. No, we can't have stuff connecting up here. Otherwise it'll go wrong. I'm pretty sure, at least. But I think... Actually, wait, there's an easy way to solve this. Since we don't want it connecting to the top of the actual helicopter bit itself, we will put an XOR here. That way it connects to the things, and also it, you know, it actually... Or we also have extra room for logic if we so want it. Ooh. The black blades look really nice. But they're a bit hard to see, so we'll change it. What color should we put it as? Ooh. That looks really nice. Okay, we're going with this. Actually, wait, no, because since it's blue, then it might blend in a bit too much, and we want to actually see what we're throwing. Oh, green looks interesting. Not using it, though. Let's do bright green. There we go. Bright green will work. So now what we need to do is we need to add our tiny helicopter blades. As you can see, that way, once we get near a target... Actually, that just begs the question, how many of these should I be using? Okay. So... Okay. So we need it to be heavier, I think. Unless we just wanted to do one helicopter blade, which that wouldn't work. So we need to figure out weight issues, right? Or we could lower the speed of the blades, but that might, you know, ruin the immersion here. Let's try lowering the speed first. So let's bring that up to like 3 and... Oh, that's... Okay, how I did this actually kind of makes it annoying to grab this engine. Then we lower that to 3. Now... Interesting. Oh, it does seem like it's kind of automatically stabilizing in the air. I'm sure that's normal. Okay, so there are stability issues. Because obviously these energy shields are like they don't have weight. They don't have a lot of weight to them because that's 5. Wait, what? That's actually interesting. Though these ones are like aerodynamic, like blocks actually function off of lift, and these like it doesn't account for like the drag of the entire block. So we need to figure this out. What if we did? Let's just do 4. Wait. No, we're not dead. Let's not do that again. Okay, so. I mean, technically speaking, we do want it to fly a little. But the problem is, if it flies too much, then it might not hit the target. You know what, actually, this is perfect. We're gonna use it as it is. We're gonna put it on the build. So there we go, we got our blade. Then, no, keep my blocks. Then we... And this one will act on opposite of the actual thing. Because this one's gonna be... That's gonna be the throwy thing. And that... Okay. I'm just trying to make sense of it, just to make sure this entire contraption works. Though this one has to move opposite of this. Because that's gonna be the thing that actually, like, the blade sits on. So as you can see, oh, I forgot a blade. Okay, it's fine. And then we take that, put you back on there. Okay, there we go. Ah, I have an itch on my head. Very, very annoying. But, okay. Now, how do we... Okay, then we just... Okay, now we figure out, because this needs to go to a backwards position. This needs to rotate backwards so I can throw it forwards at full force. And I'm thinking how we do that is we take a NOR gate, I'm assuming, and have that do a positive, or no, a negative output. You know what, there is actually an easier way to do this. I'm not sure why I made it this complicated. I'm honestly not sure why I made it this complicated. It's as easy as doing literally that. Then we don't need to have this pointless logic here. And then we can just set this to... So 90 would flop it to middle position, so double of 90, 180. I'm not sure why I didn't just say 180, but you know that I don't do things normally here. Why is it... Oh, it's because of the... We need a counterweight. We need a counterweight on the actual mechanism. Yes. Yes. A counter rotate on the mechanism. Huh. But it does need to be an equal distance away. From what I've done with medieval weaponry in this game. Though it's weird. Why is it like... It feels like oddly... Let me try increasing the strength. Even with max strength, it doesn't want to, like, sit still. What if we just put the weight near the very middle? Interesting. So, the problem here we need to fix, we're actually going to move the seat there, because it'll just look better there. So what we need to fix here is the choppiness. I'm not even sure why it's being choppy. Actually, let's quickly test where we want to throw it. Okay. It's not as stable as I thought it was gonna be. Interesting. So, I suppose I could, hypothetically, I could just move this all out and just put stabilizers here. Then once I have stabilizers here, then that keeps it stable. Oh my lord. That broke absolutely everything. Yeah. So... Interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting thing to have to try and find a workaround for. Okay, so what's the issue here? What is the issue? I'm assuming the issue is just it existing. Oh, because now it actually has, like, weight. Okay, so it needs to actually spin faster now. Because now these things, adding 5 kgs, is really tanking the speed. So I think we bring that back up to 5. Well, I gotta set one of them to an opposite, otherwise it's just gonna... Actually, that wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Just having it it's supposed to do that. Okay, maybe, just maybe we, you know, maybe we put it on, maybe we put it on an opposite after all. I can see, now it just looks like it's a flying... Why is it making that noise? Okay, that's cursed. That's cursed. Yeah, get over here, build. Who said you could just opt out of this? Nah, you're in this for the long run. But I don't want to, like, do this, because otherwise it'll look strange. Perhaps I only have, like, 2. Maybe having more than what I need is the problem. Actually, instead of this, let's go for, these things right here, these rounded bits. And we slap the rounded bits on there. this way that they're still technically connected to the thing. Ooh! Okay. That's progress, that's progress. That was sort of progress, I should say. Oh, that's so close to working. I think what needs to happen is we actually need to make it a bit asymmetrical. I'm pretty sure that's the correct term for this, what we're doing. Okay, maybe now we get rid of... Actually, wait. Let's make these blades blend in a bit better. There we go. Okay, you've forsaken me, game. Okay, there we go. Now the blades kind of blend in. Or the heli blades, at least. It wouldn't... Would this thing mind if I... Like, it could totally go faster, right? Okay, the problem we're facing here... That's also going to be a problem. Because now there's no, like... Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't like that. So what needs to happen is... I think it actually needs to go slower again. I think it needs to go slower. So it needs to go slower. That's all I know. It needs to go slower. What did I set the other one to? Like, did I bring it down to 3 again? I don't remember. No, I brought it down to 2. That might actually be a bit too extreme. Even if we hit it. Never mind. You know what? We just... It's weird, because why isn't it like... Why isn't it like doing what I want it to? What if I added like a 30 kg weight to the bottom? Would that... I think that would stabilize things out. Just a little. So we just take that, we slam it on there. Okay. Not... If we're getting closer, is the thing. We're getting closer. Ooh! Okay, we found it. We found what we need to do. We actually are onto something. That's right. You're also included. Normally I'd say it's just me, not you, but this time I will let you be a part of this. So what needs to happen here? So the throwing arm should be fine. Actually, maybe we could add a bit more. Let's add a bit more speed to it. Actually, there is a way we can do the release mechanism. So what we need to do is have a distance sensor, probably like right here. Then set it. Let's actually make it an array of sensor blocks. Then we'll adjust these based on... Okay, this one is broken. Wait, what? Hello? Well, these need to be set to only detect blocks, not invert trigger. So, detect blocks, then it'll hit that detachable block, or these detachable blocks. Then, once it detects those, actually, we might as well just set them to infinite, right? I mean, we might as well. Distance, actually no, let's just do 20 meters. Then, okay, as you saw there, it was a bit too a bit too late. Okay, that was a little... That's still a bit too late. So I think what we want is it to go... I think I just made a Beyblade deployer. I think that's what I've done here. Okay, so the helicopter engine power needs to be upped to like 3. I think 3 was the sweet spot here. I think 3 was actually the best here. So now we drop this one down to -3. Then hopefully because I wanted to like hover, right? I wanted to hover, so 4. Let's go to 4. Okay, 4. Okay, testing for 4. See, now it's a thing of like the weight is kind of keeping it a bit. It's keeping it down a bit too much. Wait, I should put a drone on this, like a drone camera. So that way when it throws, I can actually, like, track the thing. Oh, that's genius. That is, you know, my genius is kind of frightening at times, I must admit. So we take a camera, we take a drone camera. Then I suppose we don't really need, because having it on the seat isn't really necessary. So if we just put it to this, then give it a full 360 view. Jeez, let's put it in free orbit. Okay, free orbit. Okay, that's kind of what I thought would happen with this. Oh my. It actually works. This working is actually baffling to me. Oh my. You know what, we need a test target. We need a target. So how are we gonna make a target? Well, we're going to take the trusty old hull blocks, because these will provide us the most sizable wall that we can get. Then we take that, then we flop it over. We take that. Let's make it a bit wider, you know. Really make sure we don't miss the target. What's a few more? Really make sure we don't miss this. Oh my god, this is lagging the game quite a bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I've got this under control. I think. Okay, then we take this, we floop it over to the other side. Then we save this as our little wall. Oh my. Okay, there we go. We have our wall, our test wall. So now, I believe I did a slight angle. Then, why did it? Oh, there we go. Oh my. The precision. I mean, granted, wait. Okay, so I think we know what we do now. I think what we do is there's a way of doing this, right? There's always a way. There's always kind of a way. I believe that's a Jeff Goldblum Jurassic Park quote. I didn't copy that. Why are you trying to copy that? I didn't say that. You're crazy. Building UI. Oh wait, no, because that was a crucial part of the entire thing. That was like literally the entire thing here. That literally unsolved the issue. Actually, wait, no. There's a better way of doing this. There's a better way. So instead of having that like that, then we take a receiver and a sender. That way, take a sender, receiver, slap it on there like that. Now I can throw. Oh, that's interesting. Though it isn't doing what I exactly really want it to do. Because, yeah, it is throwing, but it doesn't feel like it's, like, floating really how I want it to. Because, yeah, it is doing pretty much exactly what I want it to, but if we're throwing it like this, it pretty much just bounces across the ground. Which, that's not a bad thing, it's just that it's not something... I think we just lower it to 5 then, right? Right? It's okay. Okay, then we... 5. Let's just do straight 5. Wait. No, I'd have to increase it to 6. I want it at 6. I'm not sure why I said 5. Why would decreasing it work? Jeez. But yeah, this thing does it works as intended. I knew it would, but you guys were doubting me. Doubting my genius here. I need to okay, where does it... Okay, let's just do a trial and error. So we're gonna... again, we're gonna, you know... We're done fine-tuning this. It's all or nothing here. We either get it all or we get nothing. Actually, what if I just increase the speed of which this thing throws? So, just do a little... I have a feeling this is gonna be a little crazy. Oh wait, that actually kind of fixed the problem. Silence, chickens! Sorry, pal. Oh god, what have I done? Okay, now let's... Oh, will it actually hit? Oh, that's tough. Wait, no, it's gonna grind to a halt before it even reaches. Sorry, chicken. Sorry, pal. Actually, wait, did that actually fix the problem? Kinda. Oh, you know what? I think that's what it needs. It's not going fast enough. So, like, obviously, it needs thrusters. Like, obviously. Like, who am I kidding? What? Yeah, like, obviously this is gonna work. Like, you guys might not believe me, but, oh, I tell you what. I tell you what, feller. This is gonna work. Wait, 9 point... Wait, this actually gets it up to the weight I want it to be, because that's like... Okay. Okay. We need those connected to the NOR gate. I mean, sure, it's not gonna be, like... propelled... Oh, that's weird. That is very weird. We need to refine that. So, what if we now do... Oh my god, that's perfect! It's actually perfect. Let's put a training target downrange and see what happens. Because, you know, we need to make sure all the stuff works. All the stuff must work. So we grabbed the big old wall here. This wall will not have a name. Jesus. Okay, right. I forgot about the offset. Okay, and fire. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Okay, so the speed needs to go way down, actually. It needs to go, like, way down. So we take that, we bring it to 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. I'm just assuming that changing that specifically will make it work. What if I just didn't do the thrust at all? What if I just, like, you know, threw it? What if I kinda just threw it? Right? What if I just... Oh, right, now the angle's off. I knew that. I knew that. And don't you say I didn't. That's... Oh, he hit it. Okay. One last test. Okay. I would say that I could put a rotating mechanism on this that actually allows me to aim it horizontally, but that doesn't feel like it would work in this thing's current form. Oh god, it's actually shredding. Though I didn't expect this to work this well. Oh, it's cut through the entire thing. There we go. Okay, I think that's a success. Like, I don't know about you, but this is successful right here. But the only... Okay, so the only problem that remains here for this thing is its floatiness, which that'll be worked out later. But so far for a proof of concept, yeah, this thing actually works. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here. I do hope you enjoyed. This is a very fun build. This is very fun. I'll do a follow-up video for, like, actually giving this some form. Maybe put this thing on tracks, maybe. Turn it into a tank. Who knows? But anyway, that's been me for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll... Oh, right, subscribe or something, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, see you in the next one.